Alright, well, welcome back to another Satisfactory stream. Got a little bit of a bonus stream before the group stream actually starts today, hopefully. As of right now, it's still planned to go on. But I've done some work on the factory actually today, some. And all that. So I actually worked on having this built last stream, I think. I know I upgraded a piece of it today, speeding up a little bit, and trying to just keep sure pretty much everything working right, and kind of watching it. I did build this piece right here to actually move anything excess-wise over there, and try to keep like the main line open up for more stuff even. So it seems to be working just fine. And then I also worked on quite a bit over here wise. I have been gathering resources mainly today for the Blueprint Mark IIs, which should be done already, which it's just sitting there. I just gotta move it over. But over here, I think it was in this. So I got 100, 200, 250. I need like 500. So I've been trying to get enough modular frames for the next heavy modular frames and stuff. So I don't know how much we're at right now. Should be getting close, maybe not. We'll work on the 300 mark. And I know I've been trying to get pipes because I need like 2,000, I think it was. Something like that. There's on my other piece of paper here. Yep, it's right here. Found it. So yeah, I've been trying to work on this every so often, trying to make sure it's doing its things. There was another thing I did. I think it was on the iron facility over here. So yeah, I worked on this over here. Obviously we used to have a belt right here that would just conveyor belt that would go up and then over this way. So I changed it up a little bit. It's now taking all this stuff right here to this very back one right here. And it's going to be doing that, getting screws for us basically. I'm probably going to have to speed it up actually. I don't have any reinforced plates on me. So that's a problem. Everything else though, we're doing pretty good on. But obviously yesterday we were trying to figure out a split system percentage one, which was 5%. But we're actually going to work on that today fully. I think I've kind of figured out what my problem was, but we still got to build it and stuff to find out if it is going to work or not. So we will just have to see if it does. Hopefully it works, but no guarantees that it will. I don't need that, and I don't need these. The rest of it I'll probably need because, yeah. I wonder how much that is. If it will tell me. Probably won't. Alright, well, first, let's go and start working on this right quick. I want to make sure I get the Mark II started over here. Just to make sure I was at least getting that. There we go. Now it's going to be sending a little bit more. And it should start picking up a little bit, hopefully. And it should fix itself over time, I think, because we're starting to get more screws. And it should help clear up the system a little bit, maybe. Overall, we're doing pretty good on everything. Copper's backing up some, but that's to be expected, I think. But the good thing is that we're at least making materials that we need. So let me go grab my piece of paper that I had wrote everything down, wherever I put that at. I think it's over here. It was up there. Alright. Got the piece of paper. Honestly thought I had it, but I think we got it. So it's gonna be one of those things that it's gonna be a pain in my butt to follow, because I was trying to figure out how to do this. So I'm gonna need it lengthwise, going this way. So we're gonna have to start back here. So basically what happens I think I screwed up on my own paper too already. Oh man. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I think I did already. That's always fun. Yeah, I screwed it up already. Never mind. That's not gonna work. Well, that's unfortunate. Because basically my plan was I was going to have it go 60 and 60, and then 60 and 60. Oh, I know what I did. Never mind. See, this is why you never trust me with math, because, yeah. So I think I'll do one right there. Do one right there. Basically what's going to happen is obviously we're going to have 60 go out this way. So we got 60 come out this way, which will put it into 30. And And this will make my 30 go this way. I'm just going to build it like so. Just kind of give me that temporary thing. I need to grab my beams that have all of my perfect stuff in here. Oh, hopefully. Alright. My beams are going to be my helpful things. Okay, so the way I'm thinking is this will make 60, right? So we'll get 60 coming out this way, which will then produce 30 here, 30 this way. Obviously, we're going to need a merger. So this will turn it into a 90. So what I'm going to do is delete this. Right quick. Find my merger. Put it there. Then, what we're going to need is a merger right here. We're going to go up 1, 2. So we're going to do 2. Basically, what's going to happen here, so we're going to scrap this. One. Two. That should be in line with that, and it is not. But that should be. So basically, this will bring 60, increasing this to a 90 per se. So that's a 90. We figured that part out at least. So we'll have 60 going this way. This will go 30. I'll need another splitter here. So we'll have 30 here, 30 here. Then what we'll do is have it go 15. This will come to a merger. Or actually, no, it wouldn't come to a merger. It would come to a formula system here. Right there. A little bit higher. Right there. So there's still belts that are hiding about. I did delete this whole area, so that's kind of why. So we should in turn get this right here. I'm going to change something about this. gonna do is do this. Okay, do that. Which then comes over here. This continues on. Doing that. So this will continue. Just to make sure I'm safe about this. Do that. And this. Come on, that. For right now. Actually, hang on. Let's change that to do this. No. That way, yes. Just like that. So this isn't going to be the final product, I think, but it'll be close. And it's just high enough that I can't reach up here. Unfortunately, I'm going to try and get up there. Too high. Not there. I'll put it in the same spot again. There we go. So basically, should, in all reality, obviously we're trying to get the 9, which you're not going to be able to get really, due to the fact that it's one of those numbers that you just can't really necessarily get, but you can get it close enough, I think, to the rest of this. But this is for sure going to be a testing ground right here. Yep. Alright, let's test this out, see how it does. It should be about 105 roughly. And attack the dogs. I know this is going to take me a few tests. I think if I remember correctly, I don't need this left line piece. Because all the splitting that was going to be done is going to be on the right side. Or at least the major stuff for the right side. It's going to be the important piece, because the right side's going to be the one that makes it all. So far, it's doing what it needs to do. I know we'll have to increase the speed of these 2 pieces here, or 3 pieces here, because it's the entrance of it. And then we'll have to have this as like a 3rd level, per se. So over here we got 9 pieces right now. Got 10. Should get 11 here in a minute. Because both ends are... Well, actually, no, because technically I would need this left side. I'm looking at it, because... Because if I can get this close to my original thing, which is like 176.25. So if I can get 176 on this end, we should be good, and I'm on track. But I don't think that's the case just yet. We got 132, well, 133, 134. Because this one has to be at 3.75, so we'll have to mark it up as a 4. So we're making some progress, at least. Do that. Oh, that's off again. Merge it there. Like right there? No, that's too high. It was 2 clicks. One, 2. Okay, that should be right height for it. And then what we'll do, send it across. Because this should split it just enough correctly. trying to remember how. Because this should be 7.5 right here. So let's do this. I want to set it at the very ends here. And obviously, there are still some tweaks that we have to do in order to get this working. But I think once we figure out the problem makers, then I can figure out where else to go. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to do a Mark IV belt, which I don't have anything on me for. So let me get 6 beams from here. Not what I meant to do, but okay. Alright, do this right quick. So we get accurately. I'll send it down the line, which should be correct. So far, everything seems to be working the correct way I want it to. We'll probably have to speed up the belt system quite a bit. Maybe I was supposed to have it merged right here. It's always fun trying to figure out this, but it's like you can only get so close. How's this doing? 9, 10, 11. Okay. And it's not very quick yet, so I need to increase the speeds for this one. Same with this one. And speed up this one. And we'll retest it again. We got 43 in this, which I think is kind of off because of the stuff not correctly measuring out just yet. I just kind of hope the we're getting on modular frames and nothing's broken. We'll probably check it here in a minute. So we're for sure getting 112. Oh, I know what it did wrong. So over here was technically supposed to get this. So it was supposed to split to 30. Because it goes from 180 to 60 to 30. So I need to split this again. So I'm going to remove that. Split wire. Oh, it's because that's in the way. Maybe I could do it like that. And then have this go this way. Delete this piece. And this should, if I get it out correctly, it should be 176 on one side. Should. Because if I can get the 176 or 112, which I'm going to say probably the 176 is going to be more likely. Because this is when it gets very technical, and it gets even more confusing, I feel like. So that's some problems there, I'm noticing right here. Let me get some beams. Because if I can get the speeds correct, oh, I see what happened. This didn't get connected the way I needed it. So right here is supposed to be a splitter, and it's split. So what we're going to do is do that right quick. Have a Mark 1 belt go across, like so. So I'm not trying to give myself the necessary stuff for this. I need to find a storage area right quick. Okay, let me go get 7 pieces here. Oh, I just did on the... Okay, I did on the right side, good. Okay. Let's see how this works, because it should work the way I wanted it. Okay, we're gonna have to speed up the middle lane here, which should help it. So far, everything's working on this end, which is good. So I think if we speed this up to a Mark III belt and a Mark III belt here, that would work. So let's go ahead and grab that. We'll let the system clear before we do anything. Come on. I think it's almost there. We got a few more pieces that it's bringing. That's already a Mark III, so that's good. 170 should be 10 here. I wish you could just kind of type out what you want for splitting it. Okay, retest this. We're gonna put away the beams for a minute. Should work now. If everything's moving correctly how it should, then we could be in the right track of it all. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Okay, I don't think there's any more in that. So that brings it up to 8. Or down to 8 instead of 10. $172. Which 8 right here. So if I was to, because that's pretty darn close to what I have. So I think if I split it once more right here. Sent it down this line to a merger. Should do that. Send this down its own line. Means we should get about 3.5. Which then brings this to about like 100. Like 80. How about 180 range? So we're almost there. This thing's quite big though. Right now at least. Because one of the things I do want to improve is instead of making it like this long or like wide, I want to try and improve the verticality of it later on. So far it's working. Because we got 3. That's for sure. So that's what I have, basically. Which brings this to 177, which is pretty well correct on what I have in my system of things. Now this part that gets super tricky. So I gotta split it once here. And then give it some distance to right here. So it goes to, that's off. I'm gonna move that over a little. Move that, move that. Okay, so I'm pretty well on track now. Now I think about it. To Mark II. Because what's going to happen is this is going to turn into an 88. It's going to split it, which is going to go to 44. But we got a merger right here. Because it'll be 88 through this line right here. Fourth through here. And then I'm gonna have to split it or do a Mark II that way. Merge it here. It's going to be 132 right here. So we're going to need to make it a Mark III belt that goes to here. But we have another splitter. That will go here. Then we'll do another merger. Right here. This. Merge it across. So 188 to 44. Or not 188. 88 to 44 to 22. So that'll be 22. And it splits again. To 11. Then to 5. And you get the whole idea. It should... This thing's gonna be a very large thing if I don't condense it down. So I don't know. Because I already know for a fact that with this being how it is, it's going to run into a lot. I'm already kind of running into an issue of how long this is. So maybe what I'll have to do is figure out a way to condense down the size. Alright, let's go check and see how this is doing, because I don't know if it's been continuing or not. I would imagine it has been, it's just probably been taking a hot minute. been continuing, so that's good. We're not making enough Caterium. Or at least that's how I feel like we're not doing. But we are at the same time, so I don't know. Alright, let's go check and see how we're doing on modular frames real quick. I didn't check that. So I think the way I have my paper drawing designed, I think it should work. How have you not gotten anything done? Oh my lord. Alright, I know what I'm doing. Our copper lines up. You know what? Let's turn off the miners for a hot minute. Since we got this much stuff. Help get it a little bit reset here. It's unloading into that, so that's perfect. Should be getting way more screws now to help keep this moving. Probably going to take a minute to clear the system, but I think we'll get there. Because the reason, so on the 5% split system, it's supposed to, at the very end of it, get 5.51, something like that. And it's supposed to take that 5.51, move it over to the 3, which should in turn give us the 9. Due to how the numbers become. Anywhere between 9 and 10, it should do more. It should be more on the 9, I believe. So I think once we get it figured out, it should work. How are we doing over here? We're getting a bunch of screws now, so that's good. Good to see. think we should be fine, but it's kind of one of those that's kind of iffy. We got a bunch of coal though. Safe to say. Okay, this is working. What are we doing over here? We're waiting on plastic. So if I was to configure this, that should fix a little bit of our plastic issue. I'm going to toss that in. I think we'll be starting to pick up on the screws now. It sped up a little bit, but not by much. I think I might have to clear out the copper sheets. So it gets about 75 almost by the time it's done. It's slowed down a little bit now. Send overflow that way. So if we start overflowing, it should push it out. So everything's moving again for the moment. We're getting a lot of copper sheets though. I will say that, because we're definitely getting quite a bit. Oh, the amount of materials we have here is insane. I'm going to have to sell some of these. Okay, let's go sell some of this. that. Okay, I'm gonna start loading up the system some. And this may take a minute anyways, so that's perfectly fine. I just realized how much this stuff is. It's kind of crazy how much we're going to need for this. Okay, I'll do that. So, I guess while we wait on that to figure out its life, we haven't been on this for a minute, so let's kind of get an idea what we need still. Oh man, there's programmable splitter. Most of this is going to take us a hot minute to work on. We might have some of that actually there. I think about it, because the power plant over here should be able to give us that resource, I think. I remember it gives us something in return. We should be getting power from this now. Oh yeah. I mean, it's trying to stay up. I'm surprised that we're not getting anything from this. Oh, that's why. It's not gonna actually make it for us. That's why. Look how many things it takes to make that. Takes quite a bit. Alright, let's head back over here. I think once I get the Mark II blueprint, it will be on track for stuff. Or at least that we should be. This thing's taking a hot minute to actually do anything. So, for sure, if we're ever going to have 180 like the way it is, because I gotta think, okay, we got 180 type deal. I'm going to try and create something here vertically. So if we do this, and say I have a Mark III belt, which way does it go? It goes to the... It'll go straight, because there's going to be a merger right at the top here. Send it that way. Connects up like that. This. Or no, it should be a Mark. Should be Mark II right here. So, I'm trying to condense this down some, is why. I got no fuel to get rid of that tree. And then we've got Mark II right here. Which will go in here, and this way. So if I was to just send everything on its own, like that, how is it too steep? That ain't steep. I'm gonna try to get the tightest I can get it possibly. But first, where does this end? Right, like right here. That's where it ends. Or no, right there is technically. So let's move it up to right here for safety reasons. Because this will continue it on. Put Mark II there. Because then this will go this way. Merge it right here. So we'll do that. Connect this up. We'll then do this, like so. And then have a splitter. See, this is when it gets tricky, because you gotta make sure you have this merge in a way. So maybe what I could do is I could split it like that. That one works. So we can merge it like that. And that should work. Because then all we have to do now is do this. Straight that way. Have that go right here. That go to here. Then what we'll do is a Mark III. Put it that way. And then have Mark II continuing on right here. So far, it's condensed down quite a bit compared to the massiveness over there. And we just only did this section right here. So we still got quite a bit, I think. Well, actually, no, we got this section right here. Because now all we have to do now is merge it again right here. But merge again that way. Send it out that way. Take it that way. Take it that way. This should probably be a Mark III. Actually, no, we'll turn that to a Mark II. And then right here, or right here, you're not supposed to be there. It merges. I kind of wish it would just tell you. Oh, that's not it. There was a button I found. It was R2. I wish you could hold R2 and just see like all the lines if you wanted to sample it. Something like that, maybe? What sucks is I just don't have enough room, so I need to build some up high, maybe? Or maybe I can make different sections. I don't know. It's kind of all one of those things I need to... Because I think I've improved it some. How are we doing on materials over here? Okay, so it is gathering screws currently. Yeah, it's taking its nice time. So far on the 5% split system, I like it already. Due to how like condensed it is. Like, this is much better than that. Okay, let me see something right quick. So this is basically up to here. So what I could do is I'm just going to start scrapping this. And then I'm just going to move the whole system over that we just built. And redesign it over here. Just so it's easier to keep track of it. Not that. I don't want to break that. That's kind of important. That would be a whole issue of problems if I did that. There we go. That should be all the parts. This is going to be the middle. So we'll do right here. This will do that. Put Mark II in there. Right there. Because right here should be a merger. Have this right here. Goes across like so. But we need a splitter, so we're going to do this. Probably going to be safe if we do a Mark III build right here. Mark II. And what I did was have a merger on top of this one. That direction. Grab this back. Connect that. And then what we did is have a Mark II. For the safety of this, I'm probably just gonna leave it how I did there. Connect that like that. And then I had a splitter going this way. Which I believe is in line with this. Okay, it is. Yeah, that's correct right there. Then I had a mark through right here. Which connects that. Had a mark 2. Connect there. Connect this to here. Hopefully this does work the way I want it. And then we had a merger here. There. There. We do a splitter here. Here. Continue to mark 2 here. Mark 1 this. And we're going to turn this to a mark 3 belt system right here. You can already tell this has become more compacted. Grab up that way. Try and remember if I think I was supposed to put, because it goes 60 to 30 here, to 15 right here, which goes that way. This goes to 7.5, so we'll go this way. And then go like that. Which comes across like that. And then, I'm trying to think of what else. I believe we split it one more time. I think. Because it goes 60 to 30, which is right here. I'll put a mark 2 belt so it's at least connected there. So it's 60 to 30 to 15 to 7.5. So yeah, it needs one more turn. That. So that should give us what we need. So that should give us 176, and this should give us 3. Or no, 177 and 3 right here. I should probably do the math correctly. Should. How we doing here? Do that. Give them the screws that they need. And it should start increasing soon. I mean, overall, so far, it's almost there. I mean, we've still got quite a bit of work to do on it, but it's condensed down enough that I think it should work. Oh, you turd. Alright, send it down the line. We're already having issues. The speed of this. What are you? Mark 3? Oh, that's why. We forgot a missing piece. We'll retest it since that happened. Although it is having issues keeping up right here even. Kind of surprised we don't have any encased stuff on me. So we'll need encased beams, it seems, for this. It will require pretty much every type of belt we have, it seems, as well. This is all we got right now. So that's a little bit of an issue, but it's fine. Or at least it should be fine. How's this doing? Mark 4 belts are going to be my friend for this. Boom. 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 Alright. Like so. I'm going to hobble on over this way. Send it. That should work. And there shouldn't be any hiccups so far. I mean, so far it seems to be running just perfect now. Up for at least probably a minute, or close to a minute. Okay, backed up, the right half. That could be an issue. 2. That's surprising. We'll rerun that again. See if that brings anything up of an issue. I'm probably gonna have to color code this, more than likely, to know which belts are which. Because this gave us 2 again. This gave 177, which should be... So we're getting 180, so that's pretty good. So if I run it 2 more times, will that actually give me my 9? Or my 3 over here? That's what I'm guessing. Is it probably going to do a 3 on the 4th go around? That's my guess. Because so, we've already gone like the right half pretty much settled. Now we just gotta worry about the left half. That's gonna be problem making. I can already tell you, this thing is probably already the size of that, so... And it's running perfectly, so that's good. Alright, last run of it, because it should be about 2.25 range. So this should be my 3rd number. Or close to. Should be there. We're at 2. Maybe it'll just pull the 2. Okay. Now this is where the fun begins. So we've got to split this. Multiple times. Have a merger here. And we'll do a merger here again. Splitter here again. because this will be my 88. To 44. To 22. And then this will turn into 11. Well, this piece wouldn't work right here because of that. So 88 to 40. So this is an 88, so I need to make it a Mark II. Don't attach that. Connect that to that. So it goes right here to here. So we got 44 just going into this way. We got 22 going here. And this would be increasing. So I'm going to put Mark IVs here. Oh, come on. There we go. .44. I can't even tell you what's in between there. What is there? Mark II. I'm just gonna start removing this. This right here should be a Mark III. That's a Mark IV. Because where are we at right now? We got 44, 22, 11. This should be 5. Got merged in here. And that means we could do this. Come around. Merger. This. Do a Mark 4 built here. Okay. I believe we should be on track. Let's test it out. Hopefully it's correct. Hopefully. Fingers crossed it is. Because this thing is pretty complex. And I'll probably have to figure out... Why did you break already? Or how did you break already? I can already tell you that apparently those aren't connected. We'll fix this. We got a few problems with it, but we got it fixed, I think. We'll just take this as a little bit of a learning experience with it. We'll give that a minute. We're gonna check on this and see how it's doing. There we go. Saved the issues. Oh, but then that becomes an issue too. Well, we'll let it mess with the screws for a bit. This isn't going to be very accurate, so we're going to have to redo it. This is just to get the 5% split system working. Holy crap, that is sending it. Oh, good lord. Well, it's safe to say we're getting the materials, that's for sure. Ain't no way we just got 6. Or 7. Ain't no way we just got 7. How in the world do we manage that? I'm trying to figure out how we even managed to even get that. What happens if I just remove this piece right here? I just said screw it. Watch that be the one issue I have, and it just fixes it. It just automatically fixes the issue. I swear if it's that, I'm gonna be very, very surprised. Well, so far it's working correctly. It's quite a very long project. Okay. What do we get? 10. Okay. What happens if I run through it again? Will I get the same result? I'm starting to wonder if there's not even just any possible way. Just like, that did not take long. Wow, okay. Safe to say, it's very effective. That's 8. Oh! Holy crap. Ain't no way. Ain't no way we got it now. Or, I highly doubt it. There's no way we managed to do it. There's no way that we just figured it out finally. Granted, this is not going to be the final design, probably. Especially at this end right here. This is definitely not going to be the final design. It's way too, like, long, I feel like. So I might have to find a way to either widen it or verticality it a little bit more. Okay, oh, well, maybe it is. On now. Okay, we'll run it one more time. Either it should be another 9 and then a 10 by the original calculations I did, roughly. So it should be right on it. Because it's a 9.250 technically, because that's the closest I was able to get it to actually getting that low. So and it runs very, very fast, which is nice. So we'll do this yellowish red on, because that seems to be a Mark III. These are Mark IIs. Mark 1. I wish I'd tell you what's right here. Mark 4, Mark 4, Mark 3, Mark 2. That's Mark 1. That's Mark 4 down below. That's a Mark 2. Can't tell what that one is. Is that Mark 2 or Mark 1? That's Mark 1. Okay. So Mark 3. Mark 2, Mark 2, Mark 2. Boom, boom, boom. And this should be, that's a Mark 1. Mark 1. Should be Mark 2 right there. Mark 3. So we'll do that. Well, we can't use anything blue. So we'll do red and yellow. I believe this was a Mark 3. Oh, that's a Mark 4, so no. Yeah, I know. That's Mark 4. Just trying to get an idea for what needs to be done still. Mark 4, Mark 4s. Mark 4. So this one should be a Mark 3 right here. Mark 2, Mark 2, Mark 1, Mark 1's across here. do a zombie color for Mark IVs. That. I think we got everything colored correctly. Hopefully. Oh, we didn't get the Mark III. Up here. There we go. So I think we got everything colored, coded, at least. The only thing is I gotta write down on a piece of paper here. Stuff. What was Mark II? That was, blue and yellow? Let's watch one, so... And Mark IV was red and... not red and yellow. It was green and purple. Or purple and green, I should say. So yeah, I think we got it figured out here. Thank God. It only took a while. Only took us like 6 hours to finally get that all taken care of. So we at least know that we can build it. We'll have to tweak the design a little bit, but I do think for sure that we've got it pretty well taken care of now. But all it takes is just a matter of time now. A lot of materials that we're gonna have to use to make these. So how many have we made so far? 8? It's not too bad. Well, at least we've discovered it fully. Now, once we get this Mark II, we should be good to work on it more. Because I don't think it's gonna fit in the Mark I. It really doesn't seem like it would fit. So I don't know. Because the only blueprint we have right now was the 70-10 split system. which was taking the input of 80 to make this. So I don't know, it's got a lot, this got a lot of work to be used on it, but we're definitely getting there, that's for sure. Now as far as this goes, we got 8 tickets, so that's pretty good. It's most I've seen in a hot minute. We got like a full-on production halt here. A little problematic here, but it's fine. What's halting it? It's not the screws, I know that. So what's causing me problems? Oh, it has no more room up here because the rods can't move anywhere. Okay, what I'll do to fix this, let's do that. Because this should fix it. We'll just grab the 500 from this. Safe to say we got the materials, at least. I want to start selling some stuff here, I think. And I'm probably also going to do the same. Okay, that should be keep things moving at least. Good thing is we're at least getting some of the product to move. Got no more pipes in this, so that's gonna block it. We're gonna have a lot of stuff to sell here. That is for sure. Go. I think we only have coal now, so Alright, let's see. Overall wise, we're doing pretty good on the rest of this. As far as this goes, I could probably sell all this. Get underneath my thing here. There we go. I think a majority of it is running out finally, so that's nice. How are we doing over here? Okay, so it's starting to fill back up again. And this should, over time, fill up. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to call it good here for today. And I'm going to start setting up for next stream. The next stream that here in a little less than an hour. Possibly. I'm going to message him right quick and see. But if there is no stream, then I will see you guys Sunday. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching. And I will see you guys then. Later.